Nearly 3,000 years ago, the passion for one woman ignited the greatest battle ever fought for love. Watch out!
Good day! This video presentation talks about our answers to the movie of Troy that was assigned to our group. Firstly, we must start to explain the content of the movie by explaining who is the main character and the supporting character in the story. Achilles. He is a great warrior of Trojan War, who can lead to kill thousands of warriors. He is from a country of Greece. His character belongs to the main character. The type of his character belongs to round and dynamic character. It is because, based on the movie, even Achilles has a strong personality, he also had weaknesses, wherein he always doubting himself if he can be a good warrior to rule the whole country of Sparta.
Paris is a prince of Troy, son of Priam and Hecuba. He is a brother of Hector, who fall in love to the wife of king of Sparta, named Helen. He seems content to allow the Trojan to fight for him. He is reprimanded for this by Hector more than once. His reputation is that of a pretty boy. His smoothness and glibness are not admired by the warriors of either side, and they often accuse him of cowardice.
Hector, in Greek legend, the eldest son of Trojan King Priam and his queen Hecuba. He was the husband of Andromache and the chief warrior of the Trojan army. In Homer's Iliad, he is represented as an ideal warrior and the mainstay of Troy. For the most part, Hector stands as a symbol of courage and bravery. When he knows he will be killed by Achilles, he does not run away but faces his fate. Hector also represents reason and responsibility. He warns Paris that his actions endanger all of Troy, but Paris does not listen.
Helen. She is the wife of the king of the Greeks who fell in love with Paris. She ran away against her husband and her country because she doesn't want to live together with them.
Conflict of the movie started with Prince of Troy, Prince Paris, and the Queen of Sparta, specifically Helen. The root of the war is when these two lovers escaped and betrayed King Menelaus for love. Other supporting conflicts in the movie is the anger of King Agamemnon to the kingdom of Troy, which is stated in the movie. It resulted for him to support and help his brother, King Menelaus, to get Helen back and to avenge for his pride and victory. On the other hand, the goal of great Achilles to remember his name by the next thousands of years is pushing him to kill more people and join the war. Lastly, the war itself is also being emphasized as a conflict due to the fact that the war prohibited them from being with their families.
Man versus himself is one of the conflicts of the movie. I think the main characters have had a little cognitive dissonance in a part that they needed to fight for the peace and honor of their country. Achilles knew that he will either die young with pride or long but alone. Achilles and Hector both protect their countries, and they are both having an internal conflict in which they needed to fight and kill, which they don't want to. Deep inside, I believe that if they have a choice, they will opt to live their lives peacefully and without blood splattering everywhere and without innocents dying.
The conflict of the movie Troy arises when Helen of Sparta leave her country and be with the Prince of Troy, Paris. When Menelaus knew that his wife was gone with the Trojan, he came immediately to his brother, and without further ado, they prepared their army for a battle with the Trojan. Another conflict was between Achilles and Agamemnon. Achilles do not treat Agamemnon as his king and only battle just for the sake of his own name, and Agamemnon himself cannot accept this fact.
The main conflict of the movie was when Paris and Helen decided to fight for their love. King Priam of Troy wishes for peace for over 30 years. And when the day comes that they got the peace between Troy and Sparta, Paris decided to take Helen, the queen of Sparta, to Troy so that they can continue their love there and to be away from Menelaus. But when Menelaus discovered that Helen isn't there and someone saw Helen left with the Trojans, he got angry and wanted to take revenge. He then talked to his brother Agamemnon to lead an army against Troy, and that is why the war begins again.
What is the theme in the movie Troy? In the movie Troy, many of these can be themes, but one of the major themes in this movie is that Achilles is given a choice between going to Troy or staying home. If he goes to Troy, he will be told that he will die but he will be remembered forever as a strong and mighty warrior, and his name will be passed on for thousands of years to come. If he does not go, he will live a long and happy life with his wife and children. He will be forgotten if he stays home. This is the main theme based on what I watch. The subject or best theme of this movie is love, wherein love is an important theme in Troy because Achilles' decision is to stay for love and live for glory is one of the main issues for their main characters. One of the moral lessons in this movie is that if we want to live happily, we should be contented with what we have, and we should not put our main focus on the outside beauty of life because most of the cases of what we feel is our hearts is usually determine what we perceive our minds.
The theme or the life lessons that I have gleaned and learned upon watching the movie Troy is that first, intelligence is better than strength. Our ability to use the brain to solve problems instead of physical strength is always a preferred choice. King Agamemnon thought that the size and the strength of his army could beat Troy, but it didn't work out. It took intelligence from Odysseus to finally get into the city of Troy. Second, advanced preparation and plan B helps. Life is full of surprises and unexpected events, some good and some bad. We can reduce the unplanned occurrences by having an alternative plan and advanced preparation. Hector pursued doom for Troy and made a quick preparation for an escape in case that the city destroyed. His plan B saved his wife Andromache and several royalties. Third, some people are simply opportunists. To avoid being taken advantage of, you need to assess people critically before working or teaming up with them. Agamemnon used his brother's situation as an opportunity to amass power for himself.
Love is the theme in the film. In particular, love overcomes all. Because of their forbidden love, Paris and Helen are the protagonists who convey this concept as the originator of the Troy battle.
How to perceive the relationship between the gods and humans in the movie. In mythology, the relationship between gods and mortals has been a long controversial issue. The gods can be both generous and supportive to any group of humans, saving and destructive. Mortals represent unstoppable powers that exist above them. The gods rule over fate, nature, and justice and must be acknowledged and worshipped as powerful beings. The gods have ultimate power in the final decision of justice over nature, mortals, and each other, regardless of one's actions, intentions, and thoughts. In Troy, the Greek gods are politically biased beings. The Trojan War began because of the rivalry between Athena, Aphrodite, and Hera, whether who among them is the first of them all and asked the judgment of Paris. The goddesses bribed Paris for his judgment. Hera promised to make him Lord of Europe and Asia. Athena promised that she would lead the Trojans to victory against the Greeks and leave Greece in ruin. Aphrodite promised him that the fairest woman in the world should is, which is Helen of Troy. Paris gave golden apple to Aphrodite, and his judgment famed everywhere as the real reason why the Trojan War was fought. In a Judeo-Christian sense, the gods in this work do not serve as moral guides. Rather, they are anthropomorphic, jealous, unpredictable, and occasionally vengeful. They have more power than humans and demand humans' respect. That respect is commanded by their greater power, not their greater morality. The gods also purposefully intervene in human affairs, energizing the Trojan War when it appears to be flagging or favoring one side over another. The content of my answer to this question is based on the book entitled Mythology, Timeless Tales of Gods and Heroes, Part 4, which is The Heroes of the Trojan War by Edith Hamilton.
How serious is the matter of honor and pride in literature? In literature, honor and pride plays a big role. To define, honor is to regard or treat someone or something with respect and admiration, while the pride is the quality or state of being proud derives from own achievement or someone you admire. These ideas serve as motivation on anyone's work, because you work on something that is honoring someone or even yourself, and you visualize it that it can be worthy one or something you can be proud of. The concept of honor and pride are necessary to create a compositions with inspiring and informative content. In the same manner, literature could be a way of expressing ourselves, being honored and proud. How it can reflect in ancient Greek culture. As quoted in study.com, honor in ancient Greece meant more than pride. It was a symbol of worthiness through respect one's feels. And if you are honorable person, you are valuable on the eyes of the society. Honor afforded you the respect of your peers, social status, and even your privilege. And the reverse is also true. If you have lost your honor, you were unimportant. And the only way to restore yourself to the glory is to regain your honor on proving yourself worthy. Honor is an essential notion that shown to be worth fighting and dying for in many cultures. Whether maintaining one's own honor or the honor of someone close to them. In the essence, those who are powerful and capable are those honored the most.